Hey seniors, Miss Murphy here from the CRC, just walking you through how to update your college application manager now that you've applied to college and you want to keep everything moving along and keep the system updated of your progress. So I am on the home screen of my student demo account, and in order to update any application systems or process, I am going to click on college applications, and that takes me to my college application manager page where, like many of you, you'll see that we've completed the application setup. We've synced with the Common App if we're using that. And you'll also see on here, this is where you can update your FAFSA status. So once you and your family have completed the FAFSA, you actually have capability to go in and update your FAFSA status. We'll share more info on that at a later date, just an FYI. So in order to update your application progress, you'll see on my sample page that I have been accepted to Illinois State. I have completed my Purdue application. It is pending. And then I have several over on the left-hand column that still say incomplete. So for many of you using the Common App, when you do submit an application through the Common App, most of those applications will automatically move over into the completed and pending column. But I'm going to use the University of Iowa as an example because they have an additional little checklist. So I am going to, let's say I've submitted my Iowa application through Common App, but somehow it is still sitting in this incomplete pile. I am going to click on the pencil to edit. I'm going to update deadline or status. And I'm going to, what is happening here is one, I've gotten the application done. Two, I'm working on the FAFSA, so I'm going to check that off. Oftentimes for some of the apps that say stay stuck in that incomplete column, there's this test score requirement that SchooLinks has added due to how colleges have set up their specifications in the application portals. So whether or not you've sent your test scores, Iowa is test optional. So if you have or have not, according to your application plan, you can click this box. And now my application is marked as complete. I'm going to click back. And now Iowa has moved over to completed and pending. So if you're noticing a school is kind of stuck over in this incomplete column, the first thing you want to do is click on the pencil, update deadline or status, and see if maybe you're stuck with a requirement that you've completed, or a requirement that's optional that you want to just check off your list because you know it doesn't apply to you. So I'm also in CLC. I have submitted that application. It is not a Common App school, so I need to manually check that. I'm working on the FAFSA, and I have sent test scores if or as needed. And again, CLC is going to move right over to that completed and pending. Another thing you can do is as decisions roll in, so you're going to clean up this incomplete column as you complete your applications. And then you can also update. I've been accepted, my sample student's been accepted to Illinois State. And as we move through senior year, and some of you may already know what your plans are confirmed, you're going to see that from those admitted column, you have this update enrollment decision. So if you know where you're going or when you know, which there is no rush, you have until May 1, you can go ahead and click on that update enrollment decision. And if I know I'm going to Illinois State, I'm going to click that. I'm going to click next. I am going to say there's no condition to my acceptance. I'm going to confirm acceptance. And then I'm going to say confirm enrollment. I'm not going to do that right now for the sake because I'm not quite sure as a sample student where I'm going yet, but that is ultimately where you seniors will go to designate your college plans if and as college is your path for after high school. So again, from the home page to update your college applications, you're going to click on college. You're going to click on college applications. You're going to check for accuracy. You're going to check anything that's incomplete, you're going to try to clean up. And maybe in here, LSU was on my list originally, but I am actually not going to complete it. So I'm going to click will not complete. and I'm going to update that so that it's not lingering in my incomplete pile. If you have a school in the Common App that you decide not to complete, you can remove that from your Common App college list. And because those accounts are synced together, it will be removed from your SchooLinks page as well. If you have ongoing applications, regular decision, other rolling deadlines, things like that, it's fine if you have things that are incomplete over here. I want you shooting for the deadlines that you've designated for yourself. And then just staying up to date to keep things moving along, keep the system updated on your progress. So this is just a place to be aware of what's where you're at with the applications, all that progress, etc. Before I end, I just want to also say that one thing that is kind of underutilized in SchooLinks that can be very valuable is that you can click on this list from that top left of your college applications page, and that will take you to a page where all of your schools are listed, and you can see what's been done, what's been requested but not submitted yet. You can see that progress for all of your schools at once. So that's just as a matter of going from the board view to the list view, just to highlight that. And then really quickly, I have a actual student with some screenshots that I just wanted to highlight. So again, this is a current senior who has applied to X number of schools. And their page is updated in this manner. So we see everything's completed and pending, been accepted to one school. When I switch to list view, again, this student has lots and lots of green check marks because all of those requirements, tasks have been completed by his or her deadline. Just another example of going from board view to list view in SchooLinks to check on progress. And then I used University of Michigan as an example. When a student is curious about how that application is looking, what's happening with it, he or she would click on the pencil, just like I showed you, to update. But when you do that, you're also able to see in detail what's happened with this University of X, Y, or Z. And in this case, it's University of Michigan. And this student can see that 2 teachers have submitted their letters, and they can actually see the dates that the college downloaded them. So that's a real comfort. I know early on, as soon as early action date had passed, some students in Michigan's case specifically were seeing in their portal that the application parts might have been marked as missing. And yet those students could go into SchooLinks and see the school report, the teacher letters, all of that was not only added but downloaded by the college on a specific date. So it can kind of ease your mind if you're concerned about missing pieces. And just a quick reminder too, school report includes the transcript. So we just want you to be knowledgeable about how to update your application progress. And again, that is from the homepage, clicking on college applications, and then clicking on the pencils if or as needed in order to update the application progress for specific schools. All right. Once again, congrats on all your hard work. Reach out with questions and keep this portal updated. Thanks, seniors.